Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here representing Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness, and today I want to chat with you guys and gals a little bit about antioxidants from food. But a quick reminder, if you guys will please click like down below, it'd be greatly appreciated. If you're not following or subscribed, please do so. And if you'll be kind enough to drop me a comment down below, I would appreciate it so much. Thank you. Let's get over to this topic. Antioxidants, and we have to differentiate here because this creates enormous amounts of confusion that if it were not for the existence of the vitamin and supplement industry would not even be a point of contention. But the issue is that experts, researchers around the world, everyone from medical doctors to dietitians to nutrition researchers, cancer researchers, everyone else, they pretty much universally agree. The data just repeatedly shows the more antioxidants, the more varied the antioxidants we get in our food, the better the health outcomes. And there's not really like an upper threshold that can be findable. I mean, sure, we could make an argument, that 3,000 or 4,000 calories of completely whole foods, antioxidant rich foods might be an upper threshold. But again, you'd be looking for extreme examples and it's only speculative, right? Not really any data supporting it. There just seems to be an open-ended, continual, tiny, small amounts of extra benefits. The problem with this and where it creates confusion is people hear this and they hear, oh, antioxidants are good, so we should go supplement antioxidants. And what they're missing is it's the varied matrix of antioxidants. And I think where it gets even more confusing, then we start having the appeal to nature fallacy, and people say, oh, well, yeah, because it's natural in the food, that must be why. Well, that's technically not it either. If we were to be able to synthetically produce 400 different antioxidants at the same time and mix them into a matrix, it would probably do the same thing. So that's not the concern. It's that antioxidants found in foods, there are ridiculous amounts. So you just take something like broccoli. It's not just like there's 2 or 3 different antioxidants in there. There are hundreds of different ones. And there's going to be ones in there that are not found in blueberries, and ones found in blueberries that are not found in broccoli, and ones that are found in walnuts that are not found in the other 2, and so on and so forth. There's such a wide variety. And what the data tends to go with, and people tend to think of, vitamin E, vitamin C, these are antioxidants. They are. These are nutritive antioxidants, also non-nutritive ones that are not necessarily vitamins. There's just a wide plethora of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different substances with antioxidant properties. And when they're varied, it produces a very different effect. So where we get the confusion is that we know single antioxidants, when they way dramatically outpace the others, isn't always good. So again, people will hear this and are like, oh, so I'm just going to supplement a bunch of vitamin C or a bunch of vitamin E, except they've been shown to be linked to much higher cancer rates, right? So supplementing a bunch of vitamin E, absolutely heavily linked to specific types of cancer. Excessive vitamin C supplementation links to cancers. And where this gets confusing is because people are like, but I thought antioxidants were protective against cancers. They are, when there's a wide variety of ultra high antioxidant status, meaning when you have bunches and bunches of different substances that all have different antioxidant properties in a matrix, the more you have, it seems to be better for all these outcomes, reducing oxidative stress and things. But the problem is that when a single one, like let's just say vitamin C or vitamin E, gets super high and it's just really concentrated, just by itself, they do seem to increase certain oxidative stress. And again, doctors have been saying this for over 20 years. Even medical doctors are like, yeah, I mean, this can cause cancer. I've heard of medical doctors saying this before we even had data. They're just like, oh, if you look at what's happening with it, certain types of cancers could be exacerbated by this. Like, this is not good. So you don't want to just, hey, I'm going to take an antioxidant supplement, particularly a single vitamin. Or people say, well, if I just get 3, I'm good. Well, no, it's not the same. Makes sense. So when we make this statement about there being an open-ended benefit, it doesn't seem to be a true absolute cap on it to where benefits stop. And again, experts will tell you it's probably like a practical cap, to where the benefits get so small that they become almost just immeasurable at an extremely high intake. But most people no one's going to hit those intakes. Again, maybe someone like me who's an extreme amount of food eater, who eats only whole foods, we might reach that cap, hypothetical cap. But for the average person, a person on a 2,500 calorie diet, you can forget that, right? You're eating 2,500 calories, dude. There's only so many antioxidants you can get, unless you're literally eating 10 pounds of blueberries in there. So the point we get is so people then try to supplement them. We're like, aha, so it must be good. Well, no, it turns out it's not. So again, we're back over to actually eating food, right? Eating whole foods is a good idea. And it's not even an appeal to nature because a lot of these foods don't exist in nature. We have superfoods with even higher vitamin and antioxidant content that we've selectively bred that don't even exist in nature, but we still get all those benefits. And so again, what we find is that you get lower oxidative stress in the body the higher the variety in the content. So it's like if you're getting those antioxidants, so it's not even just about natural. So in other words, if you get those antioxidants from 6 different foods in a day versus getting all of them from one food in a day, does that make sense? You're going to have a much higher diversity of antioxidants, and that's that whole matrix of them that seems to really be the benefit. That's kind of what the research shows, that you get more overall benefits. And then you're also going to get a more diverse gut biome. So the same thing, we're getting these other properties from it as well. If you're consuming 3 or 4 different types of fiber every day versus all of your fiber from a single type, it seems to improve gut health more. Okay, are we understanding this? And some of these fibers and even some of the things that people call are anti-nutrients have antioxidant properties. So again, when we're getting it from all these whole foods and we're eating a higher diversity of them, this is where the real benefits are. So the less diversity there is in your antioxidants, the less beneficial, all the way till we get over to the point to where there is potential health risks and detriments to overloading a synthetic, like just single one, because they're not found that way anywhere in these foods. To where you're just like, I'm just going to take this one antioxidant in large amounts, like vitamin C or vitamin E. Well, that can actually be linked to certain types of cancers and higher oxidative stress. Sometimes that oxidative stress only in specific tissues though, right? But generally speaking, we come back over to looking at real food. So the higher the antioxidant status of your food, which means we're eating more foods rich in them, whole grains, legumes, nuts, fruits, vegetables, seeds, all these different things. This is where we're going to get them from. By having a higher diversity of them in our diet, we're going to end up getting a better overall antioxidant status. All right, guys, well, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative. I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.